PSG have just been PSG'd. For the first time this season, Paris Saint-Germain have had a taste of their own medicine. For the first time this season, a team has finally done to PSG what they've done to all the other teams in the last 7 months, whether that's Real Madrid, whether that's Atletico Madrid, whether that's Inter Milan, whether that is Liverpool, Arsenal. Paris Saint-Germain have literally just been destroyed the same way they destroy teams. Chelsea have absolutely dominated Paris Saint-Germain. Bro, I'm stunned. I'm surprised. First of all, congratulations to Chelsea for being the winners of the Club World Cup. You guys are the champions of the world. But listen. Let's talk about everything. Let's talk about the first half. Let's talk about the second half. Let's talk about how this 11 managed to neutralize Paris Saint-Germain. How this 11 basically took away all of Paris Saint-Germain's threat and pretty much exposed their weaknesses. And that all comes down to Enzo Maresca. We will talk about this performance for months to come. This was an absolute insane performance. Listen, let's talk about everything. Before we start, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you're new to the channel, of course, comment your own thoughts. Chelsea fans, let me know down in the comments, man. Let me know how you guys did it, man. Let me know how you guys feel, bro, because my team got absolutely destroyed. A couple of days ago. But you guys made Paris Saint-Germain look that they are any ordinary team. Listen, everyone before the game had Paris Saint-Germain winning, and I'll put my hands up. I had them as well. I think everyone can say comfortably they had Paris Saint-Germain winning. I didn't think that it was going to be a lopsided 4-5. No, I did think Chelsea was going to put a good fight, but I did think PSG was going to win this game. We saw all the hype, by the way. All the hype before the game of Paris Saint-Germain being the greatest team we've ever seen, bro. I saw that team get compared to City 23-24 where they won the treble. I saw this team getting compared to Real Madrid. 3-peat season was Zidane. I saw this team getting compared with Barca's Pep. Bro, the amount of glazing people have done to this PSG team is absolutely insane. But Chelsea, from the first minute of the game, from the first second of the game, I could already see how a team should play against Paris Saint-Germain. If you guys go back to all the way to the past 7 months, teams that's been going up against Paris Saint-Germain, most specifically Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, Inter Milan, examples. Liverpool, examples. Arsenal, examples. Teams that play against Paris Saint-Germain, they give them a lot of credit. They start playing with a low block, mid block, whatever block it is, fam. It can be X block, Z block, whatever block it is, yeah. They play with numbers outside the box and just wait and give Paris Saint-Germain the ball. Paris Saint-Germain don't do it to you guys. Paris Saint-Germain, when they play against Real Madrid or Inter Milan, they press with numbers. They press in the final third, and they've got the front three and the midfielders so fired up because they want to win the ball as quickly as possible. Their press is absolute insane, and that's what Chelsea did this game. They were absolute pressing the hell out of the Paris Saint-Germain defenders, specifically the players who are less comfortable on the ball, the likes of Beraldo, the likes of Nuno Mendes, and the likes of Marquinhos. Every time they had the ball, you could see presses. Enzo, Reece James, Caicedo in the final third, Cole Palmer running his absolute socks off, which I'll talk about individual performances later on. Joao Pedro was pressing from left to right. Chelsea was doing it for the first pretty much 5 minutes. You can already see the chances which they were creating because they were so effective on the counter-attack. It's not like Real Madrid or other teams, or Atletico Madrid, where they don't have numbers up front. Real Madrid, we only had about 1 or 2 numbers, and we had to rely on Vini and Mbappe or Gonzalo Garcia to basically compete against 4 of them. And we could barely beat Paris Saint-Germain press. Chelsea beat every single press that Paris Saint-Germain throwed at them in the first half. Have a look at the first goal. Every attack that Chelsea made and Chelsea created was a ball over the top. As simple as that. The high line of Paris Saint-Germain got absolutely exposed. Long passes, long switches, whether that's the first goal or the second goal or even the third goal. Long switches over the top. The first goal, Malo Gusto in a great, his performance, by the way, was so good. Malo Gusto for the first goal makes a great overlap run. Great run. For a second, I thought he was going to shoot. For a second, I was waiting for the pass. But fake. He faked the shot onto his left, got deflected. Cole Palmer, so smart. So smart. This guy's IQ is absolutely insane, yeah. Any player in that position will try to just shoot it and just Donnarumma is waiting for the shot to be literally above chest, above hit the height where he can easily dive to it. The best way to beat a Donnarumma, the best way to beat a Thibaut Courtois, tall goalkeepers is bottom corner. It has to be on the ground. And look at Cole Palmer in that first finish. So composed, so easy. He could have literally scored a moment before that, where Chelsea had a beautiful triangle between Enzo, Cole Palmer, 1-2 with Joao Pedro, with an exceptional touch, and of course Cole Palmer outside the box, one-time finish. It went, wallah, they scored. But then 5 minutes after that, exact same plays, but this time around, it wasn't top. It wasn't top corner, bottom corner. Simple, composed placement. 1-0 Paris Saint-Germain. And everyone's like, rah, what the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? But after that, moments after that, 5 minutes after that, exact same position. Colwell with a beautiful switch. Nuno Mendes, nowhere to be seen. Nuno Mendes, we'll talk about his first half performance. But then, this is where Cole Palmer, bro, when it comes to IQ and intelligence, when it comes to brilliant IQ players, Cole Palmer might be second to none. This felt like Messi. I felt like, especially that goal. I'll describe the goal. He saw the overlap. He felt the overlap coming from Malo Gusto. And he knew the moment the overlap was there, Beraldo was going to cover for, of course, Malo Gusto. Exactly what happened. He faked the pass. He thought Beraldo was expecting the back heel to Malo Gusto. Beraldo was out of the equation. Cole Palmer continued. Then faked the shot. Marquinhos dived. Marquinhos, ma'as-salama. And then, exact same way he scored the first goal is how he scored the second goal. Placement, composed, very simple, very easy. He passed it to the goal. You don't need power. You don't need power, especially inside the box against the Donnarumma. You just need placement. So simple, 2-0 Chelsea. Chelsea, within the first 20 minutes, looked absolute unbeatable. They looked like a team which, bro, can win everything at this point, can win absolute everything. And the cherry on top, 5 minutes after that, 10 minutes after that, is the beautiful, to get to the position where they were. Cole Palmer played on demon mode. He was a man possessed today. And the third goal, again, waiting for the overlap, which is one of the biggest ways on how to expose Paris Saint-Germain's fullbacks, is having your fullbacks overlapping constantly, which other teams don't do. Other teams don't do that. But Malo Gusto did this to perfection in the first half. Once again, Malo Gusto waiting for the overlap, which dragged Nuno Mendes away because he was covering for Malo Gusto. And then a simple pass in between the defenders to Joao Pedro. If that was Nico Jackson, I'm pretty sure that would have gone Rosette. If that was any other striker, I'm pretty sure that would have been a different, complete different position. I've seen Joao Pedro at Watford. I've seen Joao Pedro at Brighton. I never knew he had the composure the same way he had at Chelsea for the past 2 games now. The 2 finishes last game was beautiful, but this finish right here is what I respected the most. It's what I said to myself, Chelsea's got an absolute bargain and an absolute gem in their hands. Because that finish, I was expecting a power. I was expecting literally left, far corner, 3-0 Chelsea. Maybe Donnarumma would have saved it. But fam, I never expected in that position for you to improvise completely. I call that the Raul Gonzalez chip. Raul Gonzalez loved the chip. Joao Pedro, wow. Absolute wow. And then the celebration, the Dino style, the Jogger Benito. Wow. And Chelsea first half, absolute perfection. And in the second half, Paris Saint-Germain, they start attacking. But Chelsea, they kept their shape, they kept the defensive cover, which, bro, every time. And now let's talk about how Chelsea managed to beat Paris Saint-Germain. Every time which Kivicha had the ball, Adoué had the ball, what did Chelsea do? Boom. two players on them, Malo Gusto and Reece James, or whether that is on the left-hand side, Neto, Caicedo, and Cucurella. Chelsea were pressing the hell. First of all, when a Beraldo had the ball, when a Marquinhos had the ball, when a Mendes had the ball, Chelsea was like this. And what does that remind you of? That reminds me of Paris Saint-Germain, the same way they beat a Real Madrid, the same way they beat an Inter Milan, where they had numbers up front. Liverpool under Jurgen Klopp when they were winning the Premier League and the Champions League. Barcelona under Pep. Barcelona under Hansi Flick. Pressing. Numbers in the final third. But when they were playing deep, what did they do very well? Is that every person showed support. They never allowed Kivicha to be 1v1. It was always, boom, a man with him. It was always Due, boom, a man on him. It was always Cole Palmer. The amount of duels and the amount of grounds that Cole Palmer had to cover in the first half and second half goes under the radar. What he did going forward was special. Was an all-timer level. Him defensively needs to be recognized because the amount of grounds he had to cover, especially in the first half, there was a moment in the second half when Nuno Mendes was running with the ball, carrying the ball forward. Cole Palmer, from his own Paris Saint-Germain box, boom, covered so much ground to at least put some pressure on Nuno Mendes, and the attack was completely ruined. Bro, Cole Palmer defensively was massive. Chelsea never allowed Paris Saint-Germain to be in a position where they are in a 1v1 situation or 2v1 situation. It was always 1v2, 1v3. Whether that's on the left-hand side, whether that's the right-hand side. But most importantly, what Paris Saint-Germain have done better than anyone else is the midfield, the Vitinhas, the João Neves. Brother, Caicedo and Reece James and Enzo Fernandez basically said to Vitinha and João Neves, brother, you're not playing against Rennes or Strasbourg, fam. This isn't Chelsea's B team. This is Chelsea. Bro, Caicedo in this game showed everyone why this Donny deserves way more than respect than what everyone gives him, fam. This Chelsea performance, and this comes down to Enzo Maresca, by the way. This comes down to Enzo Maresca and what he's managed to build. Because with every passing game, you see a lot more confidence and you see a much bigger system. All Chelsea needed is the right players and the right signings. And now watch next season how well they will do. And brother, now let's come down to the best performances, the best players for me. You really think I was going to finish this video, finish this review, and not talk about one Donny? For a second, I thought Chelsea signed Neuer today. Wallahi al-azim, I thought I saw Petr Cech in the goal. Wallahi al-azim, I thought I saw Gigi Buffon in the goal. I thought I saw a combination of Gigi Buffon, Iker Casillas, Faisal Hassan, and Neuer. Brother, the four best goalkeepers, the Mount Rushmore of goalkeepers. Fam. Robert Sanchez. I don't know if you're Spanish or Jamaican or Iraqi today or South African, Aki. The way you move today, I have never, ever seen you or act the way you just did today. Brother, the save you made in the first half to do, Fez. The save to do Ousmane Dembele when it was 3-0 and Paris Saint-Germain was putting pressure. That save, the reflection, the reflexes. I don't know what drugs you took before the game. My brother. Hey, man, astaghfirullah. Malo Gusto, my brother. How? What? What? Malo Gusto. What? Brother, you basically put Kivicha, wallahi al-azim, in your pockets. Wallah, in your pocket. The way you defended Kivicha was beautiful. But brother, the overlap runs you made is the same way and how you basically beat Paris Saint-Germain. You need numbers up wide. You can't beat Paris Saint-Germain having one person or two people, three people. You need wide defenders overlapping, and you need your central midfielders stepping up. And that's how you beat Paris Saint-Germain. The amount of overlap runs that Malo Gusto made, whether that is to create a goal or whether that is just to bring numbers and drag players with him. The second goal was a perfect example. The third goal was a perfect example. Malo Gusto absolutely tortured Nuno Mendes and Kivicha, both defensively and offensively. Trevor Chalobah and Colwell basically said to the Ballon d'Or winner, this man then bet him, my brother, you're not playing against a Rudiger or a Senio or Bastoni or any other defender, bro. They did a very good job. But not only that, they did a very good job stepping up as well. Whenever they saw Fabian Ruiz, whenever they say Joao Neves in that position, they stepped up just to put more pressure on them. Because usually Paris Saint-Germain, they're very smart in that small pockets around, between the midfielders and the defenders, and which they get a lot of success from. These two did a very good job stepping up and keeping the offside trap very, very high. Cucurella did a very... Due had him certain times, but overall, Cucurella did a very good job. The rest of them, Reece James, Caicedo, beautiful. Enzo Fernandez, wow. Neto's defensive work is second to none. This is why this guy is one of Chelsea's most important players. It's because not only what he does going forward and the counter-attack and the runs that he made, but defensively he covers with it. Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer. Stop it. Joao Pedro. Joga Bonito. Joga the hell Bonito. If Joao Pedro, Carlo Ancelotti, if you don't start this man at the club at the World Cup next year, my brother, you not only deserve a 1-year jail time, you deserve to get jailed for 5 years, fam. But Chelsea, Wallah Fez. Listen, put down comments what you guys made of the game. I'm absolutely speechless. I'm stunned. And Chelsea are deserved winners. Put down the comments what you guys made of the game. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you soon. Wow, with another video.